Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The session is about to start. We are now requesting everyone to please stand for the entrance of the maze with the Honorable Presiding Officer.
Session is now called to order. We are requesting the Secretary to the Sangguniang for the roll call and termination of quorum.
Madam President, the attendance for today's regular session, the regular presiding officer, Honorable Evalorina Savillo is present, Honorable Leo Di Revita is present, Honorable Melita De Lemos is still out, Honorable Shara Isabel Uy Salazar is present, Honorable Rani Jem O. Kaasi is present, Honorable Agripino G. Coquilla Jr. is present. Honorable Rex Jasper R. Aala is on sick leave. Honorable Romeo L. Catayas is on forced leave. Honorable Catherine S. Elliott is present. Honorable Edmark O. Wakan is present. Honorable Arthur V. Ong Jr. is present. Honorable Datu Eric I. Perez is still out. Honorable Roan Angela Girillion is still out. And Honorable Betavin S. Rubinos is present. Madam President, there are 9 members present. There is a quorum, Madam.
There being a quorum, this session is in order. Let us now proceed to the opening prayer to be led by Honorable Catherine S. Elliott, followed by the Pambansang Awit, Panunumpa ng Katapatan sa Watawat ng Pilipinas, the Counselor's Creed, and the Tagum Mabuhay Ka March.
Let us pray. Almighty God, source of all wisdom, understanding, and guidance, we stand before you today with grateful hearts as we gather for our 44th regular session. We thank you for the journey that has brought us to this point, for the opportunities to serve, and for the privilege of working together for the common good. We ask for your divine presence to be with each of us here. Grant us clear minds, compassionate hearts, and spirit of cooperation as we deliberate on the matters before us. Enlighten our discussions that every decision we make may be rooted in the truth, justice, and genuine concern for those we represent. As we review past actions and plan for the days ahead, help us to learn from our experience, to build on what has been good, and to improve where we may have fallen short. Let this session be marked by respect, patience, and unity, even as we hold different views to our work may truly reflect the best interests of our community and our people. Bless our leaders, our members, and everyone involved in the undertaking. Grant us the strength to fulfill our duties with integrity, the wisdom to solve challenges, and the courage to stand for what is right and just. May the work of this 44th regular session be fruitful, meaningful, and pleasing in your sight. May all that we do redound to the progress, peace, and prosperity of all. We ask and pray in your holy name. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, ewas ang sigahanan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay, lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng pagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang may magigingin, luman ang araw ng walhagit pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling ko, ang inigaya ng
Panunumpa sa katapatan ng watawat. Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa bansang kanyang sinasagisag, na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan na pinakikilos ng sambayanang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa. Councilor's Creed. I am a Filipino councilor mandated by law to enact measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of my constituents in the pursuit for happiness, peace, and prosperity. I believe in public service above self as the guiding principle of my official act. And as I tread the pathways of local legislation, may the Almighty guide my mind and heart that I shall be true to my constituents and to the Philippine.
Sa lupain ng pangako ay may isang paraiso. Ang matatag at matatayog niyang mundo ay sagana sa saging at ginto. Mga bukid niya at mga parang at mga lumpiang balayan. Saan lakuman kung iyong pagmamasdan ito'y larawan ng kasaganahan. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, na sa'yo ang bukas na walang kasing ganda. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, paraisong puno ng pag-asa. Ang lahat niyang nasasakupan, nagmamahal sa kapayapaan, nagkakaisa lahat at nagtutulungan patungo sa miting kaunlaran. Di magtatagal maaabot din lahat ng pinapangarap natin. Kapit kamay lahat ay ating harapin, ang tuktok ay kaya nating abutin. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, na sa'yo ang bukas na walang kasing ganda. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, paraisong puno ng pag-asa. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, na sa'yo ang bukas na walang kasing ganda. Tagum mabuhay ka, tagum mabuhay ka, paraisong puno ng pag-asa. Paraisong puno ng pag-asa.
Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, let us now proceed to the reading and consideration of the minutes and journal of proceedings of the 43rd regular session on May 25, 2026. The Councilor Revita is recognized.
Hello. Thank you, Madam President. Since all members had been given copies in advance, the minutes of the previous regular session, I move to dispense with its reading.
Moved by Councilor Revita, seconded by Councilor Uy Salazar and Eliot. There being no objection, the reading of the full text of the minutes of the previous session is hereby dispensed with.
I move for its adoption.
Moved by Councilor Revita, seconded by Councilor Uy Salazar and Eliot. Is there any discussion, any amendment, any objection? There being none, therefore, the minutes of the 43rd regular session consisting of 31 pages is hereby adopted. Proceed.
Madam Presiding Officer, in the same manner, the journal of proceeding has been given already to the 10th regular session, the 43rd regular session. I move to dispense with its reading.
Moved by Councilor Revita, seconded by Councilor Uy Salazar. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move for its adoption, Madam Chair.
Moved by Councilor Revita. Is there any discussion? Seconded by Councilor Uy Salazar. Discussion, amendment, objection. There being none, therefore the journal of proceedings consisting of 32 pages is hereby adopted. Let us now proceed to the privileged hour. Any member? Yes, Councilor Coquilla.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. To the members of this 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod, to the guests present, at the gallery, and to the listening public that kept on monitoring the progress of this regular session, of this 44th regular session of the Sangguniang Panlungsod of Tagum. To one and all, good afternoon. Just a minute ago, Madam Presiding Officer, this representation is in receipt of the letter from North Davao Electric Cooperative Incorporated, dated May 28, 2026. And this is addressed to the Sangguniang Panlungsod, City of Tagum, Province of Davao del Norte, through your honorable end as the Vice Mayor of the City of Tagum, and this is addressed to your end. Allow me to read so that the public may know about the content of the letter of Northern Davao Electric Cooperative Incorporated, duly signed by Acting General Manager Elvera S. Alngog. The content of the letter, allow me to read. Greetings of peace and solidarity from Nordeco family. This has reference to the present situation concerning our electric cooperative relative to Republic Act 12-14-4, which expands the franchise of Davao Light and Power Company, known as DLPC, to Nordeco's existing franchises. We wish to inform your good office that the Supreme Court of the Philippines has granted the consolidation of all petitions and motions filed by Nordeco, questioning and clarifying the constitutionality of said law, and the issuances of the writs of positions of the Regional Trial Court Branches 2 and 4 of Tagum City and Panabo City, respectively. Therefore, all acts of the DLPC are not yet final, pending the resolution of the consolidated appeals before Supreme Court. It is emphasized that Nordeco has still its existing franchises, and nowhere in all courts orders declaring that Nordeco is prohibited to halt operations. On this regard, it is humbly requested for your utmost cooperation to remain with Nordeco as the legitimate distribution utility within its franchise coverage area. We urge your good office to prohibit any individuals, aside from Nordeco authorized personnel, to conduct reading, billing collection, replacement of kilowatt-hour meters, among others, to avoid confusion and further damage to our electric cooperative. Attached are Nordeco's advisories and official statements on the matter for your information, guidance, and reference. Looking forward for your understanding. Thank you. Very truly yours. Signed, Elvera is Alngog, MMPA, Acting General Manager. Madam Presiding Officer, circulated through social media, and as there are again pictures and or appearances from the personnel of Davao Light and Power Company in their appearance with the mayor of the city of Tagum. And with that, the LPC issued a statement and informed the public that they will start operating in the city of Tagum, and they will accept payments for collection. If that is true, still have to be validated. And again, they issued press statement that personnel from contractors from other contracting firms or engineering firms that engage their services with Davao DLPC, Davao Light, they will be again moving around the city and within the franchise area of Nordeco to check kilowatt-hour meters. Again, those are subject for validations. To this regard, Madam Presiding Officer, with assumption if they will be operating in the city of Tagum, doing business, because this is business, as they will be collecting money from the public. First concern, Madam Presiding Officer, is do they have receipts to issue payments for subscribers and or concessionaires and or consumers that has kilowatt-hour meter that are sanctioned by BIR at the same time with the approval of the appropriate office of the city as they been applied with a business permit operating with the city of Tagum. So with that, we cannot simply say that they have applied because we still have to validate it from the office of the Business Bureau of the city of Tagum. And this manner, Madam Presiding Officer, is, again, if we have to recall, this is the typical example or what was happened or during the time when there was a squabble between Nordeco and CDA. That CDA said that they are legal, they can operate business in the city of Tagum, while the filed case against the former city mayor and the city government of Tagum of not issuing business permit, then the case was dismissed because they cannot be issued business permit because Nordeco has still the franchise until October 2028. Meaning to say, it is now on the part of Davao Light to show to the public and show to this council, to the city government of Tagum, their approved business permit that they will be or they are allowed to operate business within the city of Tagum, establish their offices in operating the power utility of the city of Tagum. Again, Madam Presiding Officer, I rise, this is our concern because as Chairman Committee on Public Works, Utilities and Facilities, this is again within the committee to look into being the representative of the people so that this council will guide appropriately the public. All Tagomeños must be well informed about the situation where subject still for validation if Davao Light and Power Company indeed has its physical office operating business within the territorial jurisdiction of the city of Tagum. So to that issue, Madam Presiding Officer, on the next regular session, may we be enlightened by the personnel from the Business Bureau of the city of Tagum we'll be requesting formally the Office of the Mayor to inform the Office of the Mayor that this council is requesting appearance of Mr. Ian Valle to inform this Honorable Council whether or not Davao Light and Power Company was already issued or is processing their business permit in the city of Tagum. On that note, Madam Presiding Officer, that will resolve issue and clear issue whether or not they are allowed to operate business within the city of Tagum. Again, if there are other concerns relating to that, Davao Light and Power Company is always welcome to this hall to inform the public about the legitimacy on the operation of their business of the city of Tagum. And so, with Northern Davao Electric Cooperative Incorporated, they're always welcome to this 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod, to this session hall, to present and air their views relating this issue. And this is the first item, Madam Presiding Officer, of urgent concern of not only of this representative, but of all the members of this council, because this concerns on public and or to secure and again to inform the public about this situation. And on the other note, Madam Presiding Officer, as a result of the just recently concluded Palarong Pambansa, again, just a minute ago, Madam Presiding Officer, my the good gentleman from Barangay Bisayan Village, my colleague Councilor Oloy Ong, and again Councilor Vitovin Robinos requested me information about the existing and assume a completed building which was contracted, nomenclated as the volleyball court in Porok 5, La Filipina, Tagum City. So with that, there were questions raised whether or not that facility is ready to be used by the public as a multi-purpose building and or as a volleyball court to be enjoyed by Tagumeños. So to that note, Madam Presiding Officer, on this particular issue, may we request appearance of the city engineer and or his report. If he will not be available for his personal appearance, he may be called by the committee to be present on this Wednesday morning to be scheduled by the city secretary to the Sangguniang for the appropriate schedule and proper information to submit to the committee the full details about the project volleyball court so that would be enjoyed by the public. And then may we know from the city treasurer's office if that was being paid in full. If that is paid in full, meaning to say that will now be asked, if that would be certified as 100% completed, then again we will refer that matter to the city sports office and the sports chairperson so that possible utilization and or eventual utilization of that facility will be scheduled by the committee, and other activities of the city will be held there in Barangay La Filipina, Tagum City. To that note, again, Madam Presiding Officer, this is to inform the City Engineering Office that constant monitoring of projects, specifically on projects of high impact, specifically projects under SGLG, under the LGSF projects, because as what was being, there were comments, there were informations from the public, because in the billboard, project billboard and signage, Madam Presiding Officer, there is a citizens, there's a special signage which displays appropriately the cell phone number to reach out relating the progress of works of every projects of the city of Tagum. There were questions raised that there's a barangay property particularly dump truck, that serves sand and gravel to a private contractors. So may we know if that is true? Again, we will be validating on that. Why is it that there is a collaboration with the barangay and also to the private contractors that deliver sand and gravel to the project? So, and again, Madam Presiding Officer, so that that would be cleared, there are also equipments that may be used in the event that there's no formal documentations of the usage of equipments of the government to a private corporation, private individual, property owners that requested equipment to utilize equipments to their particular projects, which is not covered as a government project. So we still have to validate on that, Madam Presiding. I'm not saying that there are, but I am raising that on appropriate forum to cite and to give pictures to the city engineer on the occurrences of equipments delivered to private, we call it in a private capacity. So, again, Madam Presiding Officer, that on the second item. And finally, on the third item is the Sangguniang is in receipt of a letter dated May 26, 2026, certified by the local chief executive as urgent. And this is relating our request for farm-to-market roads of the city of Tagum. And this is certified urgent. And this will cover the road from Porok Everlasting, Porok Gumamila to Porok Talaba, all in Barangay Bingkungan, with a total length of 3.5 kilometers. This was requested by the local chief executive as urgent. And attached to it is the draft resolution. And another resolution, Madam Presiding Officer, is of the same title but of different projects. With notation, project number 1, concreting of coastal road to Bakuring, to Tugun. And this is not Tugun, this is Tugan, to Nabintad, Gapas, with a length of 3.7. And this another item that will be to be requested to the Department of Agriculture through Farm-to-Market Road Development Program is item number 2, concreting of Saturn 1 Road, Barangay Kuambugan, Farm-to-Market Road, Barangay Kuambugan, Tagum City, with a length of 2.34 kilometers. And number 3, concreting of ERCDP Road, Barangay Pagsabangan. This is considered as a 1.62 kilometer road. And number 4, concreting of Old Barangay Hall, San Isidro, to Porok 1, Rizal, Barangay Kanukutan, Farm-to-Market Roads. The length is 2.14 kilometers. And the last, number 5, concreting of Porok 3, Barangay Busaon, Farm-to-Market Road. This is with a total length of 4.24 kilometers. All 2 resolutions are requested for to be calendared under second reading, and this is certified as urgent. To this note, Madam Presiding Officer, during the question hour, may we know if personnel from the city agriculture is around, and or personnel from the city is around. Again, with appearance of the department head, Madam Presiding Officer, to give us full information about this item under urgent, because we cannot take up this one when by the time that this will be deliberated finally to the plenary. So finally, Madam Presiding Officer, may allow me to recap my request that personnel that Mr. Ayan Balye will be requested to appear before the council to inform the public about and to inform the public whether or not Davao Light and Power Company has business permit in the city of Tagum that is now ready to operate fully within the city of Tagum. And on the second note, Madam Presiding Officer, may we request the Secretary to the Sangguniang for possible calendaring and request formal request addressed to the city engineer, the city planning and development office, because they are the appropriate office for the project monitoring committee. They are responsible for giving us information about the items being monitored by their office. On Wednesday, time will be scheduled by the Secretary to the Sangguniang. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer.
So from the Chair, Councilor Coquilla, clarification, when do you want the Mr. Ayan Valle to be present here? Is it during the session or during the committee meeting?
Madam Presiding Officer, so that the public will know the full details, that will be highly suggested that he will be appearing on during the 45th regular session on the question hour.
Yes, Councilor Lemos.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Hearing the manifestation of Honorable Coquilla through a privileged speech about this Nordico and Davao Light issue. This representation was also was in receipt also of a letter, but I guess this letter is also true with all board members, because the address here is board member and PCL. As I compared the letter of Honorable Wakan, it's a different letter, but same message, same content. Before the Honorable Chair could roll on whether or not Mr. Balyo will be invited, can I request for executive meeting after the session to decide on the matter, because all the contents of the letter of Nordico dwells on the procedural aspect that they raised before the Supreme Court. And you know, the principal action filed by Davao Light against Nordico is expropriation. And you know, in expropriation proceeding, Madam Chair, once the petitioner is able to file a 10% or to deposit 10% of the amount of the property expropriated, it is already a ministerial duty of the presiding judge or the court to issue a writ of possession. So therefore, for us to be able to have a collective stand on this, because I guess all Sangguniang, both the upper and the lower Sangguniang were sent a letter like this. In other words, they want to emphasize to us that halt muna. But you know, we have basic sub judice rule. So ours in law is tama naman si Honorable Coquilla na so that the public may know also. We are always consulted by the public. Oh, saan man ni? Konsehal, asa man mi? So for us to be able to have, so that I do not want to expound here in open, because you know sub judice rule will dictate. After decision, I can give my opinion, although so with the opinion of Honorable Wakan and the opinion also of the presiding chair. Because, you know, as a lawyer, we have that common stand on this, I guess, because if you're practicing lawyer, you know already what is the implication. So, after our meeting, that's the time that the presiding chair will decide on whether or not to grant the request of Roquilla to call on Mr. Balie to tackle on the issue of the license issuance. That's just my suggestion, Madam Chair, if the presiding person, so that I can also expound my legal stand about this issue now. But I cannot discuss this in open.
Okay, very well.
Thank you.
Well taken, Councilor Lemos. Okay, so next is the volleyball in La Filipina. This is during the committee.
Kanang
During the committee.
kinang balibol.
Very well. So there were 3 items raised by Councilor Coquilla. Okay, so let's now proceed to the question hour.
Yeah, naidamtrak na sighawol daw.
Another dump truck. But as I've heard Councilor Coquilla is saying that he's not saying that there is. Well, anyway, let's now proceed to the question hour. So, Councilor Coquilla, do you want to call the guest now?
Winning
Do you want to call the guest now? We are under question hour. Okay, Councilor Coquilla?
Madam Presiding Officer, we see Engineer Harold Dawa present, and may we know if there are other staff? Only Engineer Harold Dawa, Madam Presiding Officer, is with us. He's in the gallery. May I invite Madam Presiding Officer, with your permission, Engineer Dawa, to be present. And to this note, I move, Madam Presiding Officer, to suspend the internal rules in order to accommodate our guest. I so move.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilor Rubinos and Ong. Those who are in favor, please raise your right hand. We need 2/3 vote.
Yes, Madam President. In favor, you have Councilor Rubinos, Councilor Elda, Councilor Revita, Councilor Uy Salazar, Councilor Kaasi, Councilor Coquilla, Councilor Ong, Councilor Lemos, Councilor Wakan, and Councilor Rillion. Madam President, all members present are in favor.
All members present in favor. Rules are now suspended.
Good afternoon to our Madam Chair and the members of the 10th City Council. Maayong punto kanang tanan. I am the City Agriculturist, Engineer Harold Dawa. I will be giving you a brief on the certified urgent resolution requested by our local chief executive. The resolution on the part of the requirements of the EMRDP funded by the Department of Agriculture, the Farm to Market Routes. The first resolution is on the title resolution requesting the Department of Agriculture through its Farm to Market Route Development Program, the MRDP, for the provision of the funding for the concreting of the Talabawan, Bintungan, Tagum City, Davao del Norte, and have the whereas citing the Republic Act 8435 and the APMA, Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization Act of 1997. Currently, as per news from the Department of Agriculture, the Talaba Road has now Asaro issued, no? So part of the requirements is to comply the needed requirements, and this is one of the vital requirements, the resolution and the certification as to the that the city government shall assist one of the needed certification of this resolution, that the city government shall assist in the planning, construction, implementation, and monitoring of the project, and provide support for its maintenance after the completion of project turnover. And second, whereas is the city government certifies that there is no road right-of-way conflict, and shall assume that the road right-of-way settlement, environmental permits, free and prior informed consent, whatever is applicable. And the city government also certifies that the proposed FMR road section has no adverse social and environmental impact within the road influence area, the RIA. And last, whereas the city government shall ensure the safety protection of the proposed FMR site within the road influence area if a disruption of the peace and order situation occurs during the pre-construction, construction, and monitoring activities. To give you a background of the of the Bingkungan Talaba Road, the Bingkungan Talaba Road has a 3.45 kilometer in length and has an agriculture production area existing about 274.33 hectares of brackish water fish pond, and commodity is the fishery sector, benefiting farmers, fisher folks, about 443 households, 301 agrarian report. And the remarks for this section of the road, this road is flood-prone area. That project involves embankment with at least 20% compaction, valued about 50 million to raise the ground level by at least 2 meters height. And another resolution requested by our LCE is for the also certified urgent for the top five requested another EPMR roads. Following roads consist of the Coastal Road, Bakuring to Tugan to Nabintag Gapas Road. Has a length of 3.7 kilometers. With commodities benefiting the coconut, durian, banana, lansones, rambutan for Madaong, with beneficiaries about 100 households, 100 fisher folks and farmers. The total budget requested is 124 million. The project involves embankment with standard compaction value at 50 million to raise the ground level. Also, third is the concreting of the Saturn 1 road, Barangay Kambugan, Ipingmar, Barangay Kambugan. The road has a length of 2.34 kilometers with an existing agricultural production area of 122.63 hectares and with a potential of 87.5 hectares. Commodities on this area, coconut, banana, corn, durian, etc. And will be benefiting farmers, about 150 households and 200 household and farmers and agrarian reform beneficiaries. This project is computed in the amount of 62 million pesos. The project involves embankment with standard compaction valued at 15,811,000 to raise the ground level by 1 meter. Another project is the concreting of ERCDP Road, Barangay Pagsabangan, with a length of 1.62 kilometer, with an agriculture production area of 160 hectares. Commodities on this area, rice and coconut, with beneficiaries, farmers, fisher folks, about 150 and households is 200, agrarian reform beneficiaries 150. About the cost of this project requested is 48.8 million, and this project involves embankment with standard compaction valued at 16 million 420 pesos to raise the ground level by at least 1.5 meters. Another part of the top 5 project is the completing of Talabawan Road, Barangay Bingkungan, the completing of the old Barangay Hall San Isidro to Purok 1 Rizal, Barangay Kanukutan. This road section has 2.14 kilometer in length, benefiting at least 164 hectares of agricultural area. Commodities on these areas are coconut with 75 farmers and 100 households benefiting on this road section. Amount requested is 42.8 million. And lastly, the completing of Purok 3, Barangay Busaon, to Purok Kabugan. The total length of this road section is 4.24 kilometers with an existing agriculture production area of 235.11 hectares. And product or commodities on this area are coconut, fish farm, and nipa farms and coconut. And this road section will be benefiting farmers, about 45 and 395 households. The cost of this road section, farm to market road, is 113.4 million and 450 pesos. This project involves embankment with standard compaction valued at 28,650,000 to raise the ground level by at least 1 meter. I think that's all for the list of the projects. Also, the Department of Agriculture has provided the guidelines through the Administrative Order number 04. The background of this is the Department of Agriculture pursuant to its mandate under Republic Act number 8435, otherwise known as the Agricultural and Fisheries Modernization Act of 1997, ACMA, and other relevant agricultural development policy, is responsible for implementing the agri-fishery infrastructure projects that enhance agricultural productivity and market connectivity. And one of the requirements under Section 4 on the identification is the DA shall identify the priority FMR project based on the commodity roadmaps, location of the majority of farmers, fisher folks, poverty incidents, and it shall ensure alignment with local priority investment by securing a certificate of concurrence from the concerned LGU for the implementation of the identified FMR projects. And in addition, the LGU or community-based organization, including agricultural and fishery councils, farmers, fisher folk association, may propose FMR projects, but the proponent shall submit the FMR proposal request to the DA, along with the following documents to facilitate proper evaluation and initial screening. One is the letter of intent, endorsement, or supporting resolution. So, mauni siya itong request the resolution submitted by the proponent entity stating the need for the proposed FMR. Map and geotags photos of production area are also part of the documents to be submitted. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Engineer Dawa. Yes, Councilor Padilla.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. From our resource person, Madam Presiding Officer, may we know on the finality, sir, of the identified projects under their appropriate location, because the location here is not the appropriate Purok name. May we know for item number 1 on the second resolution, concreting of Coastal Road to Bakuring, Tugan, because the notation here, what was being printed here is Tugun. This is Tugan, Nabintad, Gapas, Barangay Madaom, Farm to Market Roads. May we know, sir, if what particular Purok or may we know on the Purok identification for this item number 1? What is Purok? What is in Purok Bakuring? Because Bakuring is a name, common name, but on its road identification or location identification, it bears with Purok. What is the Purok?
Okay, for this road section covering the completing coastal road Bakuring to Tugan to Tabinta to Gapas Road, this covers the combination of Purok 1B to Purok 1C Nabintad Madaom and the Dato Bilalang and Nabintad Riverside.
So may we be clarified if there are only 2 Puroks, this stretch of road is within the territorial jurisdiction of Purok 1B and 1C? What about Gapas? Gapas is a different Purok.
Yes, we have 3. This project has 3 sections: Purok C, 1C, 1B, and the Gapas Road. And totaling about 3.7 kilometers.
So,
3 sections siya.
You will certify that this is within
Yes.
Purok
Within
1B and 1C.
1C.
For number 2, sir, concreting of Saturn 1 road. May we know why is it that you place it Saturn 1? Is there Saturn 2, 3, 4, and 5?
According to submitted map from the CPDO, it's Saturn 1. The major road section going to Purok Saturn. Siguro, ako sa i-verify, sir, I think.
So, subject
siguro
for
Saturn
verification.
2. Yes,
Kindly
subject for
verify, sir,
verification. Yes.
and then submit to the committee because this will be deliberated on the floor.
Noted, sir.
Because if we have to say Saturn 1, it will go to
Sigurado
up
may
to Purok Kaimito, maybe, if I'm not be mistaken. Or going to part of Pagsabangan, which is Maduao.
Yes.
So
to
may we
Maduao.
be clarified
Okay.
on
Noted,
what
sir.
stretch is that so that this would be consistent with your map. So subject for validation. For item number 3, the letter was dated May 28. May 28 was Thursday. And May 26. The letter was May 26. You have how many days validating? 27, 28, 29 before submitting finally to the Sangguniang. We hope that we may not be misconstrued as kutihan because what was circulated to the City Hall is ang Sangguniang kutihan. Kutihan ta tungod kay mali ang inyong gibutang dinhi. Di ba? Oh.
Ipa-verify.
Kibutang alang-alag ingno namo among tumano na inyong gisuwat dire nga tugon, nga this is not tugon, this is tugan, di ba? So we hope that we will not be branded as kutihan.
Kutihan mo juga.
Oh. So for number 4, sir. Number 4.
The San Isidro Road.
Take note, sir, this is Old Barangay Hall. Where is Old Barangay Hall in San Isidro? This is Purok Poblacion. So hope that this would be renamed as Purok Poblacion.
Tama.
Poblacion Road.
Oh.
And combination of Apitong Street, Kanukutan.
Up to what Purok does this will cover?
Apitong Street, Kanukutan. From Poblacion Road 3, San Isidro. So, dito siya mag-start up to...
So this is going, that will cover that road,
Going to
Purok
Kanukutan.
Alambre,
Apitong, sir. Apitong Street.
not Purok Alambre. Is there Purok Apitong? It's my first time to know about Purok Apitong.
Apitong Street ang naka-indicate.
I've been in
sa
the
mapa.
public service for quite some time, but this is my first time to hear
Apitong
Purok
Street,
Apitong.
Kanukutan.
Ha?
Sila, This will be evaluated, sir.
Kindly validate.
Okay.
So, and finally, on number 5 is concreting Oporok 3 Road. Kaya nakabuta mo ko diri, concreting Oporok 3. Wa po tagibalog, road ba i-concrete? Diba? So, concreting Oporok 3, Barangay Busaon, Farm to Market Road 2. Asa man diri? Going to Kabugan. What porok is Porok Kabugan?
Combination of Malatiba Street and San Isidro Street.
No, in
Kabugan.
item number 5, sir.
Kabugan, sir.
Kabugan. So, palihog kog validate, sir. You still have time before this will be calendar. This
Okay,
would
sir.
be, again, included because this is kindly coordinate with the Office of the City Planning, sir, for appropriate labeling. And finally, sir, on the determination of cost, sir, is your office involved in the determination of the costing of the project?
Sir, it's engineering.
The engineer or the city architect?
Engineering and architect, sir.
City architect. So they have to validate again on this because on the POW, unya i-execute sa contractor if this will be to be contracted. Ibutang dito sa plano nga i-excavate pero sa actual walay excavation. So we need to know on that. Ibutang sa plano nga lawom kayo, abunuhan, pero sa actual dili lawom, wa nay abono. So we need to know the profile of this.
The procedure, sir, the final procedure after the approval of the Panto Market Road, the Department of Agriculture, Rabi,
So they still have to validate, sir.
validate and
Okay, thank you,
sila
sir.
mag-finalize sa POW sa estimate.
Okay, so our
Saka pa come up of final nga amount.
so they will be the one to finalize the amount. Thank you, sir. So I yield for a while, Madam Presiding Officer, to give way to other members to interact with our guests. Thank you.
Other members who would like to ask questions? There being none, so there are no more members who would like to ask questions. If you do not have any questions, Councilor Capilia, we will excuse our guest.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer, and would like to again express our gratitude to our Engineer Harold Dawa for his presence and partially inform us about items that would be covered by the request. And again, may I request Mr. Harold Dawa to provide us appropriate information before this will be finally presented to the plenary for the deliberation. So, thank you for your presence. And if there are no other concerns, Madam Presiding Officer, I move for the restoration of the internal rules.
Okay, so thank you, Engineer Dawa, for shedding light on the matter. With this, rules are now restored. Let us now proceed to the next order of business, the measures on first reading.
Madam President, for our measures on first reading, items under letters and communications. Number 1, letter dated May 26, 2026 from Police Lieutenant Colonel Edgardo G. Bahan, the OIC Chief of Police of Tagum City, pertaining to his request for amendment on 2 existing ordinances and enactment of a new ordinance.
Item number 1 is referred to the Committee on Peace, Order, and Public Safety and Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges.
For item number 2, letter dated May 26, coming from the Honorable City Mayor Ray T. Uy, pertaining to the request relative to the Department of Agriculture Farm to Market Road Development Program, DA-FMRDP, for the provision of funding for concreting of 3.5-kilometer Talabawan, Bingkungan, Tagum City Farm to Market Road, and this is for urgent action.
Item number 2 is referred to the Committee on Public Works, Facilities and Utilities, Agriculture and Food, and Finance Budget and Appropriations.
Number 3, letter dated May 29, coming from Honorable Roan Angela Girillion, City Councilor, pertaining to the request for augmentation of allocation of representation expense account of the office of the former in the amount of 32,450 pesos for urgent action.
Item number 3 is referred to the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation. This is for urgent action.
Number 4, letter dated May 12, coming from Honorable Catherine D. Ballesteros, the Punong Barangay of Dibuganon, pertaining to the supplemental budget number 1 for 2026 of Barangay Dibuganon, appropriating the sum of 483,968 pesos and 35 centavos only.
Item number 4 is referred to the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Finance, Budget, and Appropriation.
Number 5, letter dated May 14, coming from Honorable Joel C. Benani, the Punong Barangay of Busaon, pertaining to supplemental budget number 1 for 2026 of Barangay Busaon, appropriating the sum of 703,445 pesos and 61 centavos only.
Item number 6 is referred to the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, and Barangay Affairs. Let us now proceed to the next order of business.
Dato, Uloy, Akaloy,
Number 5, sorry, my mistake.
Kiniro?
So item
Yeah.
number 5 is referred to the Committee on Barangay Affairs and Finance, Budget, and Appropriations.
And the last item is letter dated May 25, coming from Honorable Leodel G. Limsan, SK Chairperson of Barangay San Agustin, pertaining to the Sangguniang Kabataan Supplemental Budget number 1 for 2026 of Barangay San Agustin, appropriating the sum of 167,978 pesos and 1 centavo.
Item number 6 is referred to the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, and Barangay Affairs. Let's now proceed to the next order of business, the committee reports. First to report, the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, joint with laws, rules, regulations, and privileges.
Madam Presiding Officer, I have the floor. Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. For and on behalf of the members of the two committees, Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriation, Committee on Laws, Rules, Regulation, Privileges, allow me to present this Joint Committee Report number 4, Series 2026. This was conducted last May 26 at 10:15 in the morning. With the subject matter, this is in relation to the draft ordinance amending Section 83, subsection E, under Chapter 2, Article M of Tax Ordinance number 07001, known as the Revenue Code of the City of Tagum, the 2007 Revenue Code of the City of Tagum. Inasmuch as all members of this Sangguniang Panlungsod has a copy of this Joint Committee Report number 4, Series 2026, and therefore move to dispense the reading of its full text.
Moved by Councilor Cuquilla, second by Councilors Rubinos, Elliot, Repita, and Ong. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed.
I move, Madam Presiding Officer, for adoption of this committee report number 4. So move.
Any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, Joint Committee Report number 4, submitted by the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriations, and Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges is hereby adopted. Next committee report, Councilor Rubinos is...
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. This is Joint Committee Report number 2, Series of 2026, submitted by the Committee on Barangay Affairs, together with the Committee on Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges, and Committee on Gender and Development, Children and Family Welfare, and Social Services, dated May 28, 2026 at SP Session Hall with the subject matter: Barangay Ordinance number 7, Series of 2024, and Ordinance amending Barangay Ordinance number 2, Series of 2024, enhancing the Pakikiramay Program or Boreal Financial and appropriating funds thereof. Considering that all members present has a copy of this committee report, I move to dispense the reading of the full text of the said committee report, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Revita, Leon, and Ong. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I move for its adoption.
Moved by Councilor Rubinos. Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore, Joint Committee Report number 2, submitted by the Committee on Barangay Affairs, Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges, and Gender, Equality and Development, Children, Family Welfare, and Social Services is hereby adopted. Next, proceed.
Another committee report, Madam Presiding Officer. This is Joint Committee Report number 9, Series of 2026, submitted by the Committee on Barangay Affairs, together with the Committee on Finance, Budget, and Appropriations, dated May 28, 2026, with 3 subject matter. First is the supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Magugpo West, appropriating the sum of 3,535,847 pesos and 72 centavos. Second is the supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of New Balanban, appropriating the sum of 484,024 pesos and 80 centavos. Third is the supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Pandapan, appropriating the sum of 539,422 pesos and 34 centavos. Considering that all members present has a copy of this committee report, I move to dispense the reading of the full text of the said committee report, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Leon, Uy Salazar, and Ong. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed.
I move for its adoption, Madam Presiding Officer.
Is there any discussion, amendment, objection? There being none, therefore joint committee report number 9, submitted by the Committees on Barangay Affairs and Finance Budget and Appropriation is hereby adopted. Last committee report from the Committee on Laws, Councilor Wakan.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. This pertains to the letter referral number 7 dated April 8, 2026 from the Honorable Ray T. Uy endorsing a draft resolution granting authority to the City Mayor, Honorable Ray T. Uy, and or the officer in charge, the City Legal Officer, Attorney Niljan A. Villarico, to institute, file, and sign the petition for reissuance of the lost title, verification, and certification against Forum Shopping and all other pleadings, documents, and instruments necessary for the prosecution of a verified position, for the reissuance of a new owner's duplicate copy of transfer certificate of title numbers 142-2018-000859 and 142-2015-010508, registered in the name of the City Government of Tagum, which has been reported as lost before the proper Regional Trial Court of Tagum City for appropriate legislative action. Madam Presiding Officer, considering that each and every member has been furnished with a copy of this Committee Report number 2, series of 2026 of the Committee on Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges, I therefore move to dispense with the reading of its full text.
Moved by Attorney Wakan, seconded by Councilor Ong Rillion and Luis Salazar. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed.
I move for the adoption of Committee Report number 2, series of 2026.
Any discussion, any amendment?
Amendment, Madam Presiding Officer, on the second page, on the second paragraph of the observation, the name of the Panitan village was misspelled as Panitkan instead of Panitan village. And I so move that it be corrected, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Wakan to amend the word Panitan to Panitan. Seconded by Councilor Rillion, Kaasi, and Ong. Is there any discussion, amendment to the amendment, objection to the amendment? There being none, therefore that amendment is hereby approved.
Second amendment, Madam Presiding Officer, that the second and final reading will be set on June 8 instead of June 1.
Okay, so moved by Councilor Wakan, seconded by Councilors Rillion, Rubinos, and Ong. There being no objection, therefore the date shall be amended from June 1 to June 8, 2026.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer.
Any objection? There being none, therefore Committee Report number 2, submitted by the Committee on Laws, Rules, Regulations, and Privileges, is hereby adopted as amended 3 times. Okay, some more committee reports. There being none, let us now proceed to the calendar of business. Councilor Wakan.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. I move for the approval of the calendar of business as stated in the notice of the 44th regular session. I so move.
Moved by Councilor Wakan, seconded by Councilor Uy Salazar and Rillion. Is there any discussion, any amendments to the calendar of business? Councilor Rubinos is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. amendments for inclusion under assigned business. May I know the resolution number, Mr. Secretary?
Madam Chair, that would be resolution number 731.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. Resolution number 731, a resolution confirming Barangay Ordinance number 7, series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Madaom, Tagum City, Davao del Norte. I move for this inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Uy Salazar, Ong, and Revita. There being no objection, therefore resolution number 731 is included under unassigned business.
Another amendments for inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer. Resolution number 732, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Magupo West, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilors Luis Salazar, Ong, and Revita. There being no objection, therefore resolution number 732 is included under unassigned business.
Another one, Madam Presiding Officer. Resolution number 733, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of New Balanban, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Ong. There being no objection, therefore resolution number 733 is included under unassigned business.
Lastly, Madam Presiding Officer, amendments for inclusion under unassigned business. Resolution number 734, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Pandapan, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval. I move for its inclusion, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Ong, Eliot, and Luis Salazar. There being no objection, therefore resolution number 734 is included under unassigned business. Okay, some more inclusions. Councilor Coquilliang.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. As certified urgent by the local chief executive, may I know the number from the secretary, please?
The resolution 735, sir.
I move for inclusion under unassigned business, drop resolution number 735, series 2026, with the title, a resolution requesting the Department of Agriculture through its Farm to Market Road Development Program for the provision of funding for the concreting of Talaba 1, Bingkungan, Tagum City, Davao del Norte. I so move for its inclusion.
Moved by Councilor Coquillia, seconded by Councilor Rubinos and Ong. There being no objection, therefore resolution number 735 is included under unassigned business.
Another, Madam Presiding Officer, I move for inclusion under unassigned business, drop resolution number 736, series of 2026, with the title, Resolution requesting the Department of Agriculture through its Farm to Market Road Development Program for the provision of funding for the priorities FMR of the City of Tagum, Davao del Norte. I so move for its inclusion.
Moved by Councilor Coquillia, seconded by Councilor Rubinos and Ong. There being no objection, therefore resolution number 736 is included under unassigned business. Some more inclusions. How about the request of Councilor Villion? Okay, so some more inclusions. There being none, therefore the calendar of business, any objection to the main motion? There being none, therefore the calendar of business as amended 6 times is hereby adopted. Let us now proceed to the first item under unassigned business.
Under unassigned business, Madam President, the first item is resolution number 731, a resolution confirming Barangay Ordinance number 7, series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Madaom, Tagum City, Davao del Norte.
Councilor Rubinos.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Since all members were already given a copy of resolution number 731, I move to dispense with its reading, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubinos, seconded by Councilor Luis Salazar, Kaasi, and Ong. There being no objection, therefore the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move for its approval on second reading, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Kaasi, Ong, and Wakan. Is there any discussion?
Yes, Madam Presiding Officer. This barangay ordinance aims to provide financial assistance in the amount of 2,000 pesos to the bereaved family of a deceased resident of Barangay Madaum. The measure seeks to extend immediate support to the family during their time of grief and help alleviate a portion of expenses associated with funeral and burial services. In addition to the financial assistance, the barangay government shall give complimentary coffee amounting to 1,000 pesos and biscuits amounting to 1,000 pesos. And the barangay shall likewise make available 15 monoblock chairs and 1 hot and cold water dispenser for temporary use by the bereaved family during the wake period. Furthermore, this barangay ordinance was deliberated on March 25, 2025 and was subsequently returned for further refinement. And during the succeeding committee, hearing attended by the representatives of the concerned barangay, it was observed that the Barangay Council of Madaum had properly revised and redrafted the ordinance incorporating the suggestions and recommendations raised during the previous deliberation. And consequently, the members of the joint committee find the said barangay ordinance to be in order and proper and therefore recommend its confirmation. That's all, Madam Presiding Officer.
So, just a question from the chair. Under the first whereas clause, the title of the ordinance is an ordinance amending Barangay Ordinance Number 2, Series of 2024, enhancing the Pakikiramay Program or burial, financial, and appropriating funds thereof. Is that the correct title?
Yes, Madam Presiding Officer.
Okay.
Burial,
Burial,
financial.
financial.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so that is the title as reflected from the barangay.
Yes, Madam Presiding Officer.
Okay. Sige, proceed.
Amendments, Madam Presiding Officer, that all members present be co-proponents.
Okay, moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilors Revita and Rillion. There being no objection, therefore all members shall be co-proponents of this resolution.
I move that this be approved for second and final reading, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Revita. Those who are in favor, please raise your right hand.
In favor, Councilor Rubinos, Councilor Elliot, Councilor Revita, Councilor Uy Salazar, Councilor Kaasi, Councilor Coquilla, Councilor Ong, Councilor Lemos, Councilor Wakan, and Councilor Rillion. Madam President, all members present are in favor.
All members present being in favor, therefore resolution number 731 is approved on second and final reading. Next item.
Next item is resolution number 732, a resolution confirming appropriation ordinance number 1, series of 2026 of the Sangguniang Barangay of Magupo West, Tagum City, operative and effective upon its approval.
Councilor Rubinos is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Since all members were already given a copy of resolution numbers 732, 733, and 734, and given that they are the same in nature, I move for an omnibus motion to dispense with the reading, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Rillion and Uy Salazar. There being no objection, the reading of the full text of these three resolutions are dispensed with.
I move for its approval on second reading, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Rubino, seconded by Councilor Uy Salazar, Wakan, and Ong. Is there any discussion?
Discussion, Madam Presiding Officer, that the Office of the City Budget, through Ms. Karen A. Hinteles, CPA, the City Budget Officer, has caused the necessary review and evaluation through their letter and certification, stating among others that the barangay supplemental budget for calendar year 2026 of barangays Magugpo West, New Balamban, and Pandapan had complied the provisions of RA 7160 and other budget circulars. And during the committee meeting on May 28, 2026, the members of the committee recommended that to attach the draft resolution confirming appropriation ordinance of Sangguniang Barangays of Magugpo West, New Balamban, and Pandapan, and for the second and final reading on this regular session. That's all, Madam Presiding Officer.
Thank you for that. Councilor Rubinos, proceed to the amendments.
Amendments, Madam Presiding Officer, that all members present be co-proponents.
Moved by Councilor Rubinos, seconded by Councilors Rillion and Isa Lazar. There being no objection, therefore all members present shall be co-proponents of these three resolutions.
I move that this be approved for second and final reading, Madam Presiding
Moved by
Officer.
Councilor Rubinos, seconded by Councilor Revita and Ong. Those who are in favor, please raise your right hand.
In favor, Councilor Rubinos, Councilor Elliot, Councilor Revita, Councilor Uy Salazar, Councilor Kaasi, Councilor Coquilla, Councilor Ong, Councilor Lemos, Councilor Wakan, and Councilor Rilon. Madam President, all members present are in favor.
All members present being in favor, therefore, resolution numbers 732, 733, and 734 are approved on second and final reading. Next item.
Next, Madam Chair, we have resolution number 735, a resolution requesting the Department of Agriculture through its Farm to Market Road Development Program or FMRDP for the provision of funding for the concreting of Talabawan, Bingkungan, Tagum City, Davao del Norte FMR.
Councilor Coquilla is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Considering that all members of this 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod has a copy of this draft resolution number 735 Series 2026, I therefore move to dispense the reading of its full text.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Rubinos and Diliot. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is dispensed with.
I move, Madam Presiding Officer, for approval for second reading.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Ong, Uy Salazar, Rubinos, and Rillion. Any discussion?
Just a point of clarification, Madam Presiding Officer, because in the title, Madam Presiding Officer, this is specific, and this project, this resolution is specifically to support for our request for funding assistance to the Farm to Market Road Talabawan, Bingkungan, Tagum City, Davao del Norte. So, reason why this is nomenclated as Talabawan because the amount to be requested cannot complete the whole stretch of Farm to Market Road from Porok Everlasting, passing through Porok Gumamela, and finally to Porok Talaba. So, reason why this would be nomenclated as Talabawan, because in the future, there would be the same project to continue of the same purpose, the Farm to Market Road, to be nomenclated as Talaba 2. So, again, Madam Presiding Officer, this is our urgent request to the Department of Agriculture for them to include in the program, because as I read in the website of the Department of Agriculture, Madam Presiding Officer, there's a backlog on the support for farm to market roads development. Hence, there's an appropriation of fund to this purpose for 2026. And in order for us to, again, request for funding support, this resolution is needed. Including in this resolution are the program of works, the specific geotag pictures of the start of project up to the end of project, and also the maps and the certifications from the appropriate offices of the city. Number one, the certification that this road section is part of the local development plan of the city of Tagum. This is care of the City Planning and Development Office. And for another certification of the no road right of way conflict, and shall assume, meaning to say that the executive department assume in the event that there would be to be settled and or problem relating road right of way, so it would be under the care of the city government of Tagum, LGU Tagum City, and we will be appropriating funds for this purpose for the settlement of the road right of way. And for environmental permits, in the event that there would be mangrove and other trees that would be to be cut appropriate environmental permits will be secured by the City Environment Natural Resources Office, and the free and prior consent. This is maybe this is a PRE. Pre and prior informed consent. This is in relation to the APM bar law and other applicable requirements required prior for its implementation to be secured by the Executive Department. And finally, that the city government of Tagum, that this proposed farm-to-market road section has no adverse social and environmental impact within the road influence area as covered by the DNR law. So again, Madam Presiding Officer, all these requirements must be attached to this resolution so that this will be finally be transmitted to the Department of Agriculture for their consideration for possible funding assistance. So thank you, Madam Presiding Officer.
Okay, thank you for that information. Proceed.
For the amendment, Madam Presiding Officer, matter of floor amendment, allow me to amend the title, that the new title shall be run as follows. A resolution requesting the Department of Agriculture through its Farm to Market Road Development Program, FMRDP, for the provision of funding assistance for the concreting of Farm to Market Road, Talabawan, Bingkungan, Tagum City, Davao del Norte. I so move for its amendment.
Moved by Councilor Cuquilla, seconded by Councilor Eliot and Rubinos. There be no objection. The title is hereby amended accordingly.
On the second whereas, Madam Presiding Officer, that the second whereas will be amended and runs as follows. Allow me to read. Whereas the development of farm-to-market roads is crucial for streamlining the transport of agricultural and fishery products of its catchment areas. These vital links connect rural producers to major markets and distribution centers, thereby protecting the agri-products and ensuring its immediate delivery to the intended market. I so move for its amendment.
Moved by Councilor Cuquilla, seconded by Councilors Caasi and Rubinos. There being no objection, that amendment is hereby approved.
On the third whereas, Madam Presiding Officer, that the third whereas shall be substituted to the following. Allow me to read. Whereas the City Government of Tagum identifies the need for the concreting of farm-to-market roads, Talabawan, Bingkungan, Tagum City, with an estimated length of 3.5 kilometers, which will be used in transporting agricultural products such as milkfish, shrimps, crabs, among others, to the nearest Tagum City public market. I so move for its amendment.
Moved by Councilor Cuquilla, seconded by Councilor Rubinos and Ong. There being no objection, that amendment is hereby approved.
And on the fourth whereas, allow me to read the new fourth whereas. Whereas the city government certifies that the proposed road section is part of the local development plan and not part of a national highway nor a provincial road, and will not be reclassified, upgraded into national roads for the next 5 years. I so move for its amendment.
Moved by Councilor Cuquilla, second by Councilor Rubinos and Ong. There being no objection, that amendment is hereby approved.
That the new sixth whereas, allow me to read. The city government certifies that there is no road right-of-way, RROW conflict, and shall assume the road right-of-way settlement, environmental permits, and pre and prior informed consent, and other applicable requirements as required prior for its implementation. I so move for its amendment.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilor Rubinos. There be no objection. That amendment is hereby approved.
That the now therefore portion shall be in harmony with the amended title. I so move, Madam Presiding Officer.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilor Rubinos and Iliot. There be no objection. That amendment is hereby approved.
That the result furthermore, Madam Presiding Officer, shall be considered. Allow me to read. Resolved furthermore that copy of this resolution be properly endorsed to the Department of Agriculture through its Farm to Market Road Development Program and to the DA Regional Office for the and other offices concerned for their information and appropriate action. I so move for its amendment.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilor Rubinos. There being no objection, that amendment is hereby approved.
If there are no other amendments from the members of the Sangguniang, Madam Presiding Officer, that all the stipulations in this resolution shall be subjected to form and style. I so move.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilor Rubinos. There be no objection. This resolution shall be subject to form and style.
I move, Madam Presiding Officer, that all members of this 10th Sangguniang Panlungsod physically present be co-proponent of this resolution. I so move.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilor Rubinos. There being no objection, all members physically present shall be co-proponents of this resolution.
I move finally, Madam Presiding Officer, that this be considered and approved for second and final reading.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Rubinos and Ong. Those who are in favor, please raise your right hand.
In favor, Councilor Rubinos, Councilor Elliot, Councilor Revita, Councilor Uy Salazar, Councilor Kaasi, Councilor Coquilla, Councilor Ong, Councilor Lemos, Councilor Wakan, and Councilor Rillion. Madam President, all members present are in favor.
All members present being in favor, therefore resolution number 735 is approved on second and final reading. Last item.
Last item, Madam President, is resolution number 736, a resolution requesting the Department of Agriculture through its Farm to Market Road Development Program of MRDP for the provision of funding for the priorities FMR of Tagum City, Davao del Norte.
Councilor Coquilla.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Again, Madam Presiding Officer, enclosed to the endorsement from the local chief executive is the second resolution, nomenclated as resolution number 736, series 2026. And considering that members of the Sangguniang Panlungsod have already read the content of this, I therefore move to dispense the reading of its full text.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Ong and Rubinos. There being no objection, the reading of its full text is hereby dispensed with.
I move, Madam Presiding Officer, for approval for second reading, draft resolution number 736.
Moved by Councilor Coquilla, seconded by Councilors Ong and Rubinos, also Councilor Wakan. Any discussion?
Again, Madam Presiding Officer, will be awaiting from the city agriculturist, Madam Presiding Officer, for the final information. But all those notes, Madam Presiding Officer, will again be placed in the appropriate priority projects or farm to market road projects of the city of Tagum. And during the question hour, Madam Presiding Officer, it was informed or that item number 1, the concreting of coastal road, this will cover from the concreted road in Bacoring towards Tugan to Nabintad and to Gapas, and this is the consideration for our request for farm to market roads to the Department of Agriculture. For item number 2, the concreting of Saturn 1, again, the Saturn 1 was nomenclated as Saturn 1 for purposes of, because there would be a possibility of extending the concreting of roads, farm to market roads, and that would be nomenclated as Saturn 2. Reason why this would be placed as Saturn 1. So this is a Purok Saturn. This will again will be covered by the embankment and or the raising of the road again, so that if there are this would be flooding, this would not be damaged by flood. For item number 3, concreting of ERCDP road, and this specifics is on Purok Albarida, and this would be again to be covered by appropriate maps to be prepared by the City Architect's Office. For item number 4, concreting of farm to market roads from Purok Poblacion, open close parenthesis, Old Barangay Hall, San Isidro, to Purok 1, Rizal, Barangay Kanukutan, farm to market road. And finally, item number 5, this would be for the concreting of Purok 3, Barangay Busaon, farm to market road, going towards Kabugan, Barangay Busaon, Tagum City. So total length, as considered by this resolution, 14.04 kilometers. And again, appropriate costing will be effect the appropriate costing as part of the attachment of our request for funding assistance. These are 5 items, Madam Presiding Officer, prioritized by the City Government of Tagum, and this would be supported by actions to be taken by the City Development Council. So again, Madam Presiding Officer, this is our formal request to be elevated to the Department of Agriculture Regional Office, and the regional office will be the one to forward this one with their appropriate endorsement to the national government for funding support. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we're still waiting for Engineer Harold Dawa.
Madam Presiding Officer, since we will be waiting for Engineer Dawa, I move, Madam Presiding Officer, for recess, and we request the Secretary Darasangaduyan to inform Engineer Dawa for the finalization. I move, Madam Presiding Officer, for a 5-minute recess.
The Chair declares recess. To you, Councilor Bobilla.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Upon consultation with the City Planning and Development Office, Madam Presiding Officer, that all these projects must be deliberated by the City Development Council, and appropriate certification will be endorsed to the Sangguniang as specified in the previous resolution number 735. It states here that the city government certifies that the proposed road sections is part of the local development plan. So with this, this is one among the agenda on Wednesday's CDC. So this, Madam Presiding Officer, that it is important to observe the proper protocol in the approval of resolutions that needs CDC. So, to this effect, Madam Presiding Officer, I move that this be laid on the table. I so move.
Moved by Councilor Bobilla, second by Councilor Taasi. There be no objection. Therefore, resolution number 736 is laid on the table. Okay, announcements. Councilor Revita.
Thank you, Madam President. This manifestation is to inform this honorable body that last Monday, May 25, 2026, I represented the local government unit of Tagum during the coordination meeting held at Sangguniang Panlalawigan for the upcoming first Reyna ng Davao del Norte, one of the highlights event in celebration of Pride Month 2026 in the province of Davao del Norte. During the said meeting, it was agreed that each local government unit shall select an official representative who will compete in the provincial pageant. In line with this, the city government of Tagum will conduct a screening on June 6, 2026 at the ABR 4 at 1 p.m. to determine the official candidate who will represent our city in the prestigious Reyna ng Davao del Norte competition. This historic event is more than a beauty pageant. It is a platform that celebrates diversity, promotes inclusivity, and recognizes talents, leadership, and advocacies of the members of the LGBTQI+ community. It served as an avenue to amplify voices, inspire acceptance, and foster a deeper understanding of equality and respect to all. In this regard, I am pleased to announce that the City Government of Tagum, through the Tourism Office in partnership with my office, is now officially accepting applications from interested individuals who wish to participate in the screening and earn the opportunity to represent Tagum City. At the provincial level, applicants are kindly requested to submit all pertinent documents to my office located in 3rd floor at the City Hall. I encourage qualified individuals to take part of this meaningful undertaking and become ambassadors of pride, confidence, and inclusivity. Let us continue to support initiative that upholds human dignity and celebrate the richness of our diverse community. Daghang salamat and happy Pride Month to all.
Pila edad, anak? Pila edad?
How old daw?
Maximum age. Pila edad?
18 na. Maximum age.
Maximum 30. Wala?
As long as they can represent and able to.
Okay. No maximum age. Minimum age 18.
18. Pwede pa si Kati na si Kati ako ang bato.
Okay, our announcement.
Ano nang binibining Tagum?
Damay na si Kati.
Ano nang binibining Tagum? LGBT di ay? Babae man akong pagtuo.
Summer announcements. There being none. If there is no objection from the floor, the chair will now adjourn the session. Announcement?
Tutorials.
Yeah.
As earlier manifested, Madam Chair, we have executive meeting even a short while
Okay.
at the back. Thank you.
Okay. So we will have a meeting right after the session. Okay, so there being no objection from the floor, the chair will now adjourn the session. Session is now adjourned.